Hey everybody, Tom Barnes Stories from the 78 here in Ravenswood at the Other Art Fair, and this is going on through Sunday. So today through Sunday, they started yesterday, but there are a lot of art pieces, over 100 different types of artists that you can pick from. Best part is that you can ask them questions, purchase right off the wall, and the whole thing. But if you got something that you saw online or that's something that has caught your eye, be sure to get here sooner than later. So I'm going to talk to Emily Jean, who heads this entire operation, for this story from the 78 at the Other Art Fair. You're taking a look at the atrium here at the Other Art Fair, and I'm here with Emily Jean. You are all things the Other Art Fair. How are you? Happy day.
I'm good. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me. And we're just in one spot. This is one spot of this fairly large space that is the Other Art Fair. There's this building over here, and then you have this fun space back here, and we're going to go into another building as well, and stuff behind underneath us too, right?
Yeah, we have art over 4 floors of
it's a
this
lot.
building. So we have 115 independent artists who are showcasing their work here. So lots of art to come explore and see.
And people can come right up and buy this. That's the beauty of this kind of art show, right? They can buy it if it's available.
That is the goal. So we want to make purchasing artwork accessible to everybody. So that's the point of the fair. Come look at the art, meet the artists, talk to them about why they make their art, how they make their artwork, and definitely find something that you'd want to take home.
And I just want to show the vastness of this particular space because it goes on forever back that way. And then as you can see, there's a photography set up back that way. And what room are we heading into right now?
So this is part of the North Building upper level, and we have a handful of artists who are exhibiting in here. It's a very discoverable building, and we've curated a fun selection of artists in every room. Here we have a Chicago-based artist named Beth. She has created some of her works actually out of old wedding dresses.
Oh, that's neat.
So it's fun mixed media work, in addition to some of her more sort of 2D-based mixed media paintings. We have an artist here from the UK, Genevieve, so really nice, dark, moody, abstract work. These are gorgeous and definitely a favorite among people who come to the fair.
So if people, it would behoove them to get here earlier if they really have their heart set on something that they want, right?
Yes, especially if you've previewed something online, definitely come in to snap it up quickly. But we will have art here all weekend long,
Right.
so there will be something for everybody and at lots of different price points for people who come through the fair.
Well, that was the other thing I wanted to ask you, the price points, because there are some for, you know, under $100 or right around $100 up into the thousands, right?
That is correct. So a lot of the artists bring a variety of sizes like you see in this booth. So you can have some sort of like large works, some small to medium sized works, and then a number of artists also bring print versions of their work too. And so these are often a little bit more of an accessible price point, but they are kind of versions, your entry level artwork, let's say.
Right, and there's a lot of folks that probably get a little intimidated by an art show or a gallery, but this is designed to be the opposite effect because there's so much accessibility here, right?
Yeah, I think the point is to come and really chat with these artists who want to tell the story of why they make their art and why they are an artist. And that really sort of helps create this personal experience of purchasing artwork. And also having those tidbits of information is good for the next dinner party when you have your friends over and you're explaining, oh, I bought this art and this is fun fact about the artist or how it was made.
I love that stuff because that's like, you know, people always love to hear the behind the scenes of how songs are made or movies, and when you really have a good art piece that you have a great story behind of, and then you can really show somebody the art in person, that's just a great talking piece for sure.
Yeah, and that's what the artists love doing here over the weekend, is sort of giving that behind the scenes glimpse into what they do every day in their art practice.
This one's really fascinating and unique.
Yeah, so this artist, he uses the sort of fisheye lens with his photography to create these like 360 worlds. So of course right there in the center is Wrigley Field from here in Chicago.
Yep.
But he's also got the Eiffel Tower from the Olympics.
Moulin Rouge right there.
Moulin Rouge.
Look at
So
that, a
you
lot of
obviously
fun.
went to France recently.
Yeah.
But these are really glossy, gorgeous photographic prints on glass.
And then we have this lovely space here, which is something that might seem a little different for folks who are just new to going to art galleries and spaces like this, where you can purchase art like this?
Oh yeah, so Duncan is based out in California, and he does these bent metal sculptures. So these are really fun. So art doesn't just have to hang on the walls, but you could have something cute like this on a shelf, on your desk, in your kitchen, let's say. He's definitely got these fun little ones here, like of a cappuccino or the wine bottle, which are really easy to install and are something definitely different and other, which is why we are the Other Art Fair, because we have such a range of different artworks that you can find here.
Yeah, lots of fun. And this is just one of the, well, you got to go and check this out just because.
Oh, yes.
That is,
Showstopper.
yeah, tell me about this.
Yeah, so Brandon is also a Midwest-based artist, and so he's showing a number of different sort of mixed media artwork, but he combines either natural found objects into the artwork, the bison heads made out of metal. He also kind of like resin-covered pieces. It's very dimensional, the work here. And
tactile, right?
Tactile for sure. Think about sort of like if you have this kind of like rustic look in your house, or if you have sort of a cottage or a hut that you go into, either winter or as the summer's coming up when you're thinking about a cottage.
Absolutely.
Stuff like this seems perfect for it.
Absolutely. And then we round off our little tour here just looking at some other final pieces.
Yeah.
Anything else you want folks to know if they are first timers coming to this, the Other Art Fair?
Well, you can purchase tickets online or at the door, and when you arrive, just sort of like be open to all experiences that you'll have here at the fair, whether that's DJs, if you're coming and joining us here on Friday night, whether
fun.
that's interactive installations where you can become the artist and take home a free artwork, or just be open to having a really great conversation with one of our artists.
Will you guys have food on site? I remember in past you had like a food truck out in that little courtyard space.
Yes, we have 2 food trucks on site in an outdoor courtyard, so you can stay, have some lunch or dinner when you're here at the fair.
Awesome. Emily Jean, thank you so much, and welcome back to Chicago. I know you're a Toronto native, but Chicago is home for at least 4 days for you, or 5 days-ish, but welcome back, and thanks for doing this. This is such a fun event.
Thank you so much for joining us here.
Yeah. So you come out and see all the artwork. You can talk to Emily Jean. I'm sure you'll help people out if they have questions, right?
Yes.
TomHardyChicago@gmail.com or storiesfromthe78.com. Thanks again. Appreciate it.